Imagine waking up and within minutes, you are headed to the restroom. No strain, no waiting, just done. That used to be a dream for me too. I lived in the fear of mornings. Some days I wouldn't go at all. Other days I would carry this mental burden. What if I get the urge when I'm out, in a meeting, on a date night? The day I started pooping like clockwork, every morning, everything changed. I felt clear, calm, in control, and once that unpredictability was gone, I had space to chase 1,000 other dreams. And that's what this video is about. Not hacks, not quick fixes. This is a full system reset. One that works with your body, not against it. We will talk about why relying on coffee or laxative can backfire, how your morning habits are rewiring your brain in the wrong way, and how to retrain your body. By the end, you'll know exactly what to do in the first 30 minutes after waking to help your body poop naturally every single day. Ready? Let's start by talking about why not to rely on laxatives and coffee. You might be thinking, why not just drink coffee or pop a laxative? Because both are short-term crutches. They force your body to go rather than teach it how. Laxatives create dependency. Over time, your gut gets lazy. It waits for the pill to do the work. Suddenly, you can't go without it. And coffee, it works for some, but it also spikes cortisol, max fatigue, and can disrupt your circadian rhythm. For me, it triggered reflux. I'm not saying never drink coffee. I still enjoy it sometimes. But you soon need it to poop. This is about building natural rhythm, rewiring your gut so it functions as it was designed to, without external prompts. Some people say it doesn't matter when you poop, as long as you poop. But mornings aren't just convenient. They are biologically ideal. First, practically speaking, you are free for the rest of the day. No mid-meeting panic, no awkward pressure during lunch, no searching for public restrooms. And second, the body is wired to poop in the morning. The gastrocolic reflex kicks in after waking and again after eating. But if you snooze, skip breakfast, or scroll away your morning, you miss that signal. Miss it often enough, and your body stops sending it. We need to realign with that rhythm. The more we support it, the more automatic it becomes. And again, it's not about being perfect. It's about syncing with your design. And if you have tried it all, fiber, magnesium, meditation, and still feel stuck, you are not broken. Most advice fails because it's one size fits all. Just drink more water. Helpful? Unless your issue is neurological, structural, or trauma related. Maybe you were told to breathe deeply. But what if your pelvic muscles literally can't coordinate properly? Even functional constipation isn't just caused by one thing. For me, it was stress, posture, poor hydration, digital distraction, irregular routines, all of it. Today is not about tips. It's about helping you match solution to the root cause. So what's really causing it? Let's map the terrain. Constipation isn't one thing, it's many. Think of it like a fire alarm. It's going off, but unless you know why, you are just guessing. There are 10 major root level causes. I will dive deeper into each in other videos, but here is a quick flyover. Number 1, functional, like IBS-C, slow transit, or pelvic floor dysfunction. Number 2, structural, like strictures, prolapse, hemorrhoids. Number 3, neurological, like vagus nerve issues, Parkinson's, and spinal trauma. And number 4, genetic or congenital, like Hirschsprung's, Ehlers-Danlos. And number 5, hormonal or metabolic, like hypothyroidism, blood sugars, stress hormones. And number 6, medication-induced, such as opioids, antidepressants, iron. And number 7, diet and lifestyle, low fiber, dehydration, sedentary days. And number 8, microbiome and inflammation, such as SIBO, food sensitivities, the spices. And number 9, psycho-emotional, like chronic stress, trauma, toilet training patterns. And number 10, rare systemic, such as mitochondrial disorders, long COVID, and others. You probably don't fall into just one. I didn't. Mine was mostly functional with lifestyle, stress, posture, and a dash of structural stuff from years of ignoring hemorrhoids and fissures. And once I understood that, I could stop throwing random hacks at the wall. I could start matching actions to causes. Sometimes you are not constipated because your body can't go, but because your brain doesn't know when or where to go. That's real. It's called spatial memory. Your brain wires actions to places. Think about it. When you sit on the toilet, what do you usually do? Most of us scroll, we read, we zone out, and slowly your brain rewires. Toilet equal to scrolling zone, not pooping zone. So when the real urge comes, the signal is fuzzy. So start treating the toilet like a sacred space. No phone, no rush, just sit, breathe, be there. That one change alone can rewire your gut-brain loop. All right, let's get into the part that changed everything for me. I used to wake up and just wait for the urge, wait for the coffee, and wait for nothing to happen. And honestly, that waiting game was the worst part. Now, I poop within 30 minutes of waking up. And it didn't happen overnight. I built it step by step using habit stacking, biology, and some ancient wisdom. Let me break it down from beginner to advanced. Here was my beginner routine. Step 1, drink warm water right after waking up. This practice is called Usapana in Ayurveda. It's simple. Wake up and before doing anything else, drink warm water. I usually do around up to a liter. And why does this work? Well, after hours of sleep, your digestive tract is like a car engine that's been turned off. Warm water kickstarts the gastrocolic reflex, basically a signal to your colon that it's time to move. Even modern science backs this. Andrew Huberman talks about how hydration after waking up supports cortisol rhythms, gut function, and mental clarity. But here is what is really powerful. When you drink warm water in the same place, in the same position, every morning, you are training your body. This is habit stacking plus spatial memory. Over time, your brain goes, oh, we do this, and then we poop. And step 2, move a little, nothing intense. Just walk around, stretch your sides, do some squats, up to 2 to 3 minutes. This light movement wakes up peristalsis, those wave-like gut contractions that push stool through. And again, when you move right after drinking water, your brain wires those actions together into a loop. And step 3, no phone on the toilet. I know it's tempting, but the toilet has to become a single purpose space again. Why? Because your brain forms association. If you scroll every time you sit, your brain starts thinking, this is our scrolling spot. So instead, sit down, breathe into your belly, and be present. You are reteaching your brain and gut that toilet equal to time to go. After this, let's talk about intermittent routine. Step 1, add a short workout, 5 to 7 minutes. Once you have got that base down, you can level up. I'm talking about squats, lunges, stair walks, anything that activates your core and your pelvic floor. It increases blood flow, stimulates the vagus nerve, and gets your system out of sleep mode. And step 2, hydrate deeper. 1 liter of warm water in a squat position. I do this in a malasana squat, that deep yogic position, or at least in a posture where my knees are above my hips. That posture actually helps strengthen your rectum, making it easier to go without straining. Again, this is about combining physical cues, nervous system cues, and gut cues into one tight loop. Let me talk about advanced routine, which I do now. For step 1, as soon as I wake up, I do 50 to 100 push-ups, 30 to 50 kettlebell swings, and about 10 to 20 squats. It raises intra-abdominal pressure in a good way, builds core tone, and activates parasympathetic pathways, all of which helps get things moving. And step 2, same water ritual, 1 liter of warm water in Malasana. Sometimes I even swoosh around the water in my mouth for a bit. It's based on this Ayurvedic idea that your oral microbiome can help seed and signal your gut microbiome. Is this proven? Not fully, but it works for me. And honestly, it feels grounding. And step 3, sit, breathe, and focus. Here's what I need you to know. I don't just go and sit. I get the urge to go because I have created this exact sequence. No scrolling. Just sit, breathe deeply into your belly, and stay present. And 9 out of 10 times, I poop. The magic here isn't in just any one thing. It's a sequence. Wake, hydrate, move, sit every morning. Same steps, same order. That's how you build a biological habit. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. And the more you do this, the faster it becomes your second nature. Your body learns. And once it learns, it remembers. So after I poop, usually within the first 30 minutes of waking up, that's just the beginning. Because what you do after that first bowel movement, it locks in the rest of the day's rhythm. It reinforces the nervous system cues, the hormonal cycles, and even primes you for a second, more complete bowel movement later. Here is what I do and why. Number 1, exercise for 30 minutes. Sometimes strength, sometimes yoga, or sometimes just walk. Depends on the day. And sometimes just skip it all together when I'm in a rush. Movement does more than just keep you fit. It keeps your gut awake. It boosts blood flow to your step organs, supports pulses, and stimulates your vagus nerve, your body's rest and digest switch. It's like telling your body, we are alive, we are moving, and keep things flowing. And number 2, cold shower. Yes, even in Boston winters, especially in Boston winters, it's not just about grit or alertness. A cold shower helps tone your vagus nerve, regulate cortisol, and shift your nervous system into a calm, focused state. And when your nervous system is calm, your gut follows. After that, I do 30 minutes of meditation, a stillness after movement, quiet after the cold. This isn't just for my mind, for my gut too. Meditation helps downregulate stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, both of which mess with the digestion when left unchecked. If your constipation is stress-related, this piece might be non-negotiable. Most people don't know where to start meditation. I'll make a video in the future about how to start and how to build this practice. And after this rhythm, poop, move, shower, and meditate, my whole system feels aligned, grounded, clear, and I'm ready for the next step, breakfast. And that's when something beautiful happens. Most days, I get a second urge, not forced, not hoped for, just a natural, clean signal that the rest of my system is ready to empty out. I'll show you exactly what I eat for breakfast to help trigger that second wave and why it works in the next section. Here's what I eat for breakfast. By the time I finish meditation, I'm clear-headed, calm, and ready to eat. And what I eat now is totally different from what I used to eat when I was constipated. I stopped eating grains in the morning. They made me feel heavy, sluggish, and without fail, they would delay or completely block my second poop. I used to think oatmeal or whole grain toast was healthy, but for me, it was slowing down everything. Now I keep it light, simple, and gut forward. Protein plus fruit, something like eggs and berries. Sometimes overnight breakfast, soaked nuts plus yogurt. The best breakfast, I made a video about it. And why? Protein helps stabilize blood sugar. Fruit adds natural fiber, enzymes, and hydration. Together, they nourish without overwhelming digestion. These days, I do add a cup of whole milk. Previously, I used to avoid dairy, but these days, it doesn't bother me. The calcium and the healthy fat help round out the meal, and I feel grounded, not bloated. It's a light meal, but it's satisfying. It supports the gastrocolic reflex. the wave of movement that often kicks in after eating. And best of all, within 20 to 30 minutes of finishing breakfast, I usually get the second urge. Clear, effortless, complete. It feels like my body is saying, we are done now. You're good to go. The point here isn't to copy my exact plate or exact rhythm. It's to find your version of a meal that supports your rhythm, not fights it. So when you land on the right combo, the second poop becomes just as predictable as the first. So yes, pooping in the morning is a win, but staying regular, that's a 24-hour game. And the truth is, even one chaotic evening, one junk-heavy meal, or one late night can throw it all off. So here's what I do throughout the day to keep the rhythm going, even when life gets unpredictable. Number one, I don't keep junk food in the house. It's not that I never eat chips or processed snacks. I do. But if I'm going to have them, I make it intentional outside the house. Why? Because your environment becomes your default. If it's in your kitchen, it's in your gut. And ultra-processed food, it wrecks motility, stirs up inflammation, and messes with the microbiome. And two, I hydrate throughout the day. Not just a liter in the morning and done. I check in with my body, sip mindfully, because if your stool is hard, dry, or slow moving, water is usually part of the fix. Even slight dehydration can delay things for hours. And step three, I get light or simulated. First thing in the morning, I open the curtains. Even if it's gray and cold in Boston, light is your gut's clock. It sets the circadian rhythm that controls digestion, hunger, cortisol, and yes, pooping. If I can't get the sun, I'll combine movement plus indoor brightness to mimic it. And step four, I go to bed and wake up around the same time. At least I try. I don't treat weekends like cheat days for my sleep. I try to keep a rhythmic sleep-wake window, but not rigid, but consistent. The gut is incredibly sensitive to time shifts. Just one late night can lead to a sluggish morning. But when I stick to the pattern, my bowels do too. And the point, the gut doesn't respond to hacks. It responds to rhythm, to safety, to consistency. And when the rest of your day supports your morning routine, you don't have to rely on luck or timing. You just go naturally, predictably, without worry. And that to me is the biggest relief of all. But what about the real life? Obviously, some days life happens. I can't sleep on time or eat on time, but I still follow the sequence. Maybe the duration changes. Instead of 30 minutes of exercise, it's just 5. Instead of 30 minutes of meditation, it's just 2 minutes of deep breathing. But the order stays the same. And eventually, the autonomic memory kicks in. Muscle memory kicks in. You become disciplined by default. No more friction, no more decision fatigue. But for that to happen, it takes a few months. You have got to stick with it until your body takes over. Until then, reduce the friction, not the habit. So here is a recap. How to poop like clockwork. Here's what actually worked for me and what might work for you. Wake up at the same time every day. Your gut loves your rhythm. Morning light and a cortisol spike help set your digestive clock. Drink warm water right after waking. It jumpstarts digestion and activates the gastrocolic reflex, your gut's natural go signal. And then move lightly a few squats, stretches, or stairs. This wakes up peristalsis and gets your blood flowing to your core. No phone on the toilet. Scrolling confuses your brain's wiring. Stillness and presence help rewire the signal to poop. Repeat the same morning sequence, same place, same order. That's how your gut learns. Why this actually works? Because it respects your circadian rhythm, aligning light, cortisol, hunger, and bowel reflexes. Trains your nervous system using repetition, habit stacking, and spatial memory. Targets functional root causes, helpful for people with mild structural or lifestyle-driven issues. Reduces dependency on crutches, no caffeine spike, no laxative crash. If it doesn't work in 7 days, that's not failure. That's feedback. It means your root cause may be deeper, and that's exactly what we will explore next. You are not broken. You are just one rhythm away from your relief. So next steps, join the movement. This video is a part of a bigger mission. At Gutsphere, we are building a community and tool set for people like us. People who want to take charge of their gut naturally, intelligently, and with science. Join our community. Stories, support, and for personalized care. Download the Gutsphere app, your gut's daily companion and co-pilot. And comment below what worked for you, what are you struggling with. Let's build a better rhythm, one morning at a time. This is Bimal, your friend, signing off. See you next time.